peers and friends, gentlemen and ladies. My name is Jacob Richards. And as you can tell, I'm wearing a wrestling singlet. I've been wrestling for 5 years in competition, but I've learned how to wrestle for the past 8, 9 years. Now I want to start off with a story. I was in Eureka. It was third round. I was losing 5-1. I was getting my honey kicked. And everyone thought I was going to lose. My opponent's coach, the ref thought I was going to lose, the audience thought I was going to lose, even my own coach thought I was going to lose. I didn't think I was going to lose, though. I knew if I was going to win that match, in those last 35 seconds, I had to throw my opponent onto their back and pin him. In that last 35 seconds, I threw my opponent, he landed on his back, and the ref went like this. Pin. It was that throw right there that won me in my Eureka tournament, my very first varsity tournament. And since my opponent was 4th in this section, it also won me the title of League MVP as a sophomore. Okay. So, with my respect for throws, I will teach you guys on how to throw a lateral and hopefully switch it and keep it into a pin today. With my help of my lovely assistant, Joseph Bruce. Okay. To do this, you'll need headgear to protect your ears, a mat to throw your opponent, and very tight clothing so you don't jam your fingers.
What?
When throwing a lateral, the first step is to set it up. To set it up, you usually want to get right in on them, nice and close. Like you kind of give them a hug, but you want to give them a hug with it under. And then you want to take your other hand and grab his tricep. Really feel up that muscle. Really feel up that muscle. So when you're like this, you're having basically a push and tug match. You push it on him, he's pushing back, push back. Grab you like I'm grabbing you. Grab my tricep. So there's push and tug match. With lateral, all throwing is involved in taking your opponent's movement and using it against him. So when you're like this and you push up against him, and he pushes back. Now, what you saw was lateral. I'm going to teach you on how to do that. Now in slow motion, I'm going to teach you on how to do that. I'll tell you about the setup. Set up, push in, pushes back, push back. Slowly. Now, if you're going to properly throw someone, you want to get your hips under their hips, nice and tight. You want to lift with your legs and throw with your arms. That's kind of in slow motion, but then you want to end right here. So if you put it all together, that's lateral. Now, the one thing I don't like about lateral drops is when you're like this, they're kind of off their shoulder like this. And if they post on the ground, you can't really get a pin. So sometimes, I always like to do the Saturday night ride. Saturday night ride is when you're in like this, you hold the bat down his wrist right here, and you grab his tricep with your other arm. And you want a knee slide right next to his hip, jump over, you want to hook one leg. Once you have one leg hooked with your other leg, you switch out, then you bring the other leg to hook the other leg. This is called the Saturday night ride, also called the weekend treat. When you do it, you want to spread their legs kind of, and you want to put your hips in there. You don't want your groin on their groin. You want your hips right there on their thigh. Pushing in, and then you hold back out like this. Can you get up, Joseph? Nope. Alright. So I'm going to do, that was how to throw a lateral and get a Saturday night ride in slow motion. I'm going to do it in fast motion just to keep pace. Okay, is that 2 more minutes or it's been 2 minutes? 2 more minutes? Alright. So this is how you do it in fast motion. When I push into you, push back.
Go Joseph! Go Joseph!
I shake your hand first. And you're like this. Saturday night ride, they're pinned. You just won the match. Yeah. Now, in conclusion, drop with your hips, your legs, and your arms, and how to keep a lateral drop and turn into a Saturday night ride, the weekend treat. Now, the thing is with throwing, anyone can do it. Anyone can throw, which is why girls and guys need to throw, because you never know. One day you'll find yourself in a wrestling match with, I don't know, your sister, your brother, maybe even your mother. Throws are an important thing to learn. And I hope you guys take this and use it in your everyday life. Thank you.